Chris Hodge here with a quick snip for the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast. If you all saw the interview that LA Rams star receiver Puka Nacua did a couple days ago, and he's talking about the referees, which I've been talking about for months here on this podcast, whether it's the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast or these quick snips. We all know what the NFL officials are, and it warmed my heart that finally a star receiver, he's a star, came out and said, look, we all know what these guys are, okay? They work their everyday jobs. They want to be on TV. It's like they have group text messages and be like, hey, I'm going to throw a pass interference call here, flag, and I'm going to be on television. That's exactly what they are. But what I've always said is the NFL is a $23 billion industry. Just make these fucking miserable pricks full time. That's just do that. That's all you have to do. Train them, teach them, hold them accountable. But I'm very happy that Puka Nacua came out and said it. But now look, you had a game last week. Now, I want you to understand, on the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast, JR gave out Buffalo for free. So the calls in that game benefited us. So this isn't spilled milk. This isn't crying. The calls benefited us. If you watch that game and you take your emotion out of it and you just watch it to watch it, one of the worst officiated games you will ever see. Terribly officiated. Hats off to Buffalo. They came back and won the game. But my goodness gracious, terribly officiated. And again, herein lies the problem. You are involved with the sports books. You are partners with them. Why do you constantly want this every single week? The Saints-Panthers game last week, awful officiating. Let's see what they fuck up tonight with Rams and Seahawks, which is a huge game. That's a division implication games. That's a playoff implication game. That's a everything implication game. Let's see what they fuck up tonight, because that's what you go into the NFL now. When you go into a game and you're watching it, you're waiting to see what the refs screw up. That's how bad they are. That's how bad they are. To be that bad at your job on that public of a level for that type of industry, a $23 billion industry, and you constantly, continuously screw things up and you affect the outcomes of games. You know, someone asked me today, what's the most important person on a football field? I said the referees now. Never before would say that. Quarterback, great defensive player. Simple answers, right? Not anymore. Now it's the referees. Are they going to call a bullshit holding call? Are they going to fuck up a rough in the passer? Are they going to screw up a defensive pass interference or an offensive pass interference? Are they going to call unnecessary roughness? In college football, are they going to call targeting? Are they going to review targeting and either keep it or change it and screw that up? Look at last week, Rams game, okay? Rams-Lions. That tight end didn't score. Parkinson, he didn't score a touchdown on that play. Go look at the play. His knee is down at the 1 yard line. And I'm not even sure he caught the ball. Not only did they uphold the catch, they uphold the touchdown when the guy was down at the 1 yard line. How much more evidence do we need that these guys are one of two things? NFL, I hope you're listening. Your referees are one of two things. Incompetent to the absolute highest degree of incompetency. We're talking the most ridiculously terrible you could possibly be at your job. If whatever that score is, times it by 100, that's how incompetent the NFL officials are. Or the games are rigged. I said it. No one wants to say the F word. Then now we change it to the R word. Rigged. How about this? Let's go with the F word. Or they're fixed. That's it. It's one of two things. Incompetence or you're fixing it. Why? Why do you want that as a question for a $23 billion league? that you're now partners with the sports books. Doesn't make any sense to me. If I was the commissioner of that league or involved in any high-level ownership, whatever, I'd be like, yo, we need to get this right. We need to get this right. We can't have these guys blowing calls every single week. We need to get this right. And for whatever the reason, you guys don't do it. Explain that. Explain that. Why don't you do it? Okay, and we were on the Bills last week. I said it. We were on the Bills. We used them. We benefited money-wise. We benefited financially from those calls. They were the wrong calls. They were bad calls. And the Bills fans are going to go crazy because Bills Mafia, they hate me whenever I say stuff like this. That's fine. I don't care. Love-hate relationship with Bills Mafia. Yeah, and I actually, by the way, not to get completely off subject, I picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl before the season even began. And I've stayed with it all season long. On Sports Investor Daily, day one, show one. The first Saturday show we did, I picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl 7-1. So I'm rooting for the Bills. I want to see the Bills win their first Super Bowl. Financially, yes, it would be nice to see for the league. Last week, that was a terribly officiated game. So fix that at some point before we all die, or an asteroid hits the earth, or that 3-eye Atlas thing, whatever the hell they say, is going to fly by and send radio signals to the planet. Whatever nonsense they come up with, just fix the goddamn officiating in the NFL if you're going to be, especially if you're going to be partners with the sports books. That's all. Happy Thursday, everyone. Let's have a good game tonight, Rams, Seattle, and get ready because tomorrow's Bet Big, Talk Loud podcast. Oh, that's going to be a good one. So make sure you're listening. Have a great Thursday, everyone.